Hey guys, Kristian Mischke here with another scratched processing tutorial. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. And we're going to get into classes, finally. So, first things first, we are going to create a very basic, simplistic car. Just a solid green box car, like this. Ready? And just do two boxes, and then the wheels, because I don't feel like getting fancy, and you'll see why later. Okay, there we go. That is our amazing car. We'll call it Amazing Car. There we go. Okay, and then here we'll just rename it to Car for simplistic sake. And what we're gonna have it do is we're going to put it over here on this side of the screen and make it go there. This number is automatically set to that number, and then whenever we press the button, whenever we click, we're going to make the car move. We're going to change X by 10. Sure, why not? Let's do that. So when we click, it moves. Woohoo! Yes, we have one car that moves. And we are going to whip this up in processing, so we're going to have to restart the script, and this is going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to need void setup, and we're going to need to set up the size of our thing, which we'll just do. I like 700 by 600. I think that should be good. Let's just double check everything. That's a good size. Okay, then we are going to void draw stuff. Okay, we're going to need an integer, which would be the x position and the y position of our car. Then we're going to need to draw our car. So this should be fun. Let's just set the x position and y position right away. So x would be width divided by 2. So we're going to put it at the center of the screen. Height divided by 2. Then in the draw, we're going to set this up. We're going to try to make it. This is why I wanted it to be simple, because we don't want to. We're not going to do clip art yet and images and stuff. So we're just going to do rectangles. And yes. So we're going to need to fill it in with green, which would be red 0, 255 green 0 yellow RGB. Watch the color video if you need to understand that. So we're going to start at the X position, and we need to create it off to the side. So we're going to do rectangle from. Okay, to make things even simpler, we are going to do rect mode center. And what this does is it creates a rectangle around the center point as opposed to the corner. So then all we have to do is it's very much like creating an ellipse. So you put in the x and the y, and then you do the width and the height. So the width will be twice of what you want it to be. So we're going to do no. Let's play around with 100 by 50. What do we get? Okay, we get a box like that. Looks beautiful. Absolutely. Okay. So then we're going to create another box. X, Y, and then we're only going to do 50, and then 50. We're going to do a square, but we need to move it up. So we're going to add to the Y 25. Just a shift. Actually, subtract, because we're in processing, and minus is up. So, there we go. That's the basic shape of our car. Let's get rid of these nasty outlines. So we're going to do new stroke, if I can type. And it should look just like ours right here. Actually, I want it to be taller than that. So let's do minus 50. We'll set it right on top. That's way too much. That looks ugly. Do 30. There we go. That's not much different. 35 deal. Now I need to add the wheels. Okay, so we're going to do gen ellipse, and we're going to do it at x, y, and we want it to just be 10 by 10. I'm going to put in both, I think so. Maybe not. Okay, 10 radius, and we need to, no, we do need both. My goodness. Okay, and we need to shift this by 50. We need to move it y down 50, so that's adding to it. And we need to do that because we have it 50 tall, I think 25 actually. Okay, and then x, we're going to shift it minus, and we're going to do some 40. So now we should have a wheel in the lower right, and it is still green, so we should change that. It is super tiny. We don't like that. So, fill, and we're going to do gray. So, we're just going to type in 80. X, way too much. I think 25. 25 ought to be good. This needs to be bigger. I'm just playing around with numbers here. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm going to copy this, bring it down, and then just change that to a plus. So now it's on this side and it's on this side. Bingo, we got a car. Now that we have our car, we are going to make the simple function if mouse pressed, then we are going to change, not change, my goodness, we're going to do x plus equals 10. So that's exactly the same as the Scratch program. Click, moves over. Oh, well, yeah, that looks lovely. We never reset the drawing, so background to a lovely, I'll just leave it at what it was. Was it 127? Most likely, maybe more. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Yeah, probably 175. Okay. Now I have pretty much the exact same program. Press click and it zooms away. Press click and it zooms away. Simple enough. Okay, now we have one car and it moves that way, and we have one car and it moves that way. But what if we want two cars? What are we gonna have to do? Well, if we want two cars, then we'll do integer. Okay, we'll do x2, y2, and we just have to duplicate this. Whoops. Control Z. Whoops. Undo that. Undo that. Undo that. We want to copy this. Do. Paste it in, and change this to x2, y2, and then we're going to copy all of this, and then we're going to paste it down here. We're going to change this to x2, y2, x2. Oh my goodness, look at all this work. I'm stressing this because there's a much easier way, and I actually think you can't. Okay. And then we're going to change it so that the second car is when you press the space bar. So when key pressed, how about when you just press any key? Second car yellow. Okay, now we should have two cars. Yellow car, press space, it moves, click. Woohoo, we got two cars, yay! And then in Scratch, all you'd have to do would be right click, duplicate. Okay, the car 2, you'd go into costume, yellow, bam, yellow, mouse. Get rid of mouse down, key space pressed, run program. Space, it moves, click, boom, boom, boom. Works. Obviously that was much easier. But there's a much simpler way to do this. So we're going to get rid of everything we just did. Well, not everything. We're going to leave it at the first car. Get rid of that second car. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a thing called a class. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can either write the class at the bottom of the program in processing, or you can create a new tab, and you would do that by clicking here, press new tab, and then you'd name it, and you'd type in car. Because I don't want to like switch back and forth, I'm just going to do it right here at the bottom. So I'm just going to type in class car, and then we're going to just do parentheses or brackets like that. Now inside the brackets we have everything that we need to define the car with. So the car has an integer x and y position. So we're just going to copy that. Bam. Okay, now when we have a car, we need to do this thing called instantiating it or creating it. So what we're going to have to do is you're going to have to basically just type public car. Public just means that it can be accessed anywhere in the program. And then we'll do this. And then basically that's all you have to do, and it creates a car. But it's not that simple. What we're going to do in here is, okay, in here we're going to do exactly what we do in the start menu. We're going to cut that out. We're actually going to cut the, okay, we're just going to put that inside there. So that's kind of like the car's start menu, its own special start menu, right? And that works pretty well. Now what we're going to do after this is the car is going to have its own draw, so it's going to be void draw, and then in here we're going to copy this and put that in here. Simple enough. Okay, and we're going to leave it like that for now. So to test this, all we have to do is go up here, type in car, because we created it, and then we're going to call it greenie. We're just going to call it greenie, just like that. Okay? Now in the setup, we're going to do something different. We're going to do greenie equals new car, like that. Okay? And this is actually a variable, because we created a class right here, class car. And actually it's very much like string, because there's actually a class string, or string like that. It's its own class. So we just created a new type of variable called car, and we have it right here. And then in the draw, all we have to do is greenie dot draw. And what this does is it basically takes greenie the car, and it's like, hey, this is a car. And then the dot was like is accessing one of its voids, so it's going to access draw. So it'll just do everything inside of here. And when we press run, everything should work fine. I should click the mouse and he moves along. Perfect. So what do we do? Nothing, basically. Well, actually we did more than nothing. We created a class called car, and we made a green car called greenie. But there's more we can do with this. Instead of having a set value with divided by 2 here, instead we can do integer x, integer y. Okay? And we can put them in here. This is where you instantiate it. This is where you create it. Now, what we're going to do here, instead of that, we're going to do this dot x, which means this is the car's x right here, equals x. This x, the new x, basically. Hopefully that's not confusing. This dot y, the car's y, is the same as this function's y. This function right here. Okay. And then now we're going to have an error up here because it wants us to put something in here. What do we need to put in there? Oh, well I guess we just decided. So we could type in width divided by 2, height divided by 2, and then we'd have the exact same program we had before. Click, and then boom. Okay, we could also change this to a different position. So maybe we don't want it to start in the middle of the screen, but we want it to start on the left side of the screen. And there we go. All you have to do is change the position. This sets the position. So it takes car's variables and it sets them to what you typed in there. Note, this is the same as this. Just the same as that. How can we further customize this? Well, we can create a color C, and then we can feed in a third variable, color C. That should not be a period. Okay. And then guess what? This dot C equals C. Wow! Oh my goodness, amazing! And now we have this extra variable, which is just for this car, remember? We are going to put it in here. Instead of filling with this color, we're just going to fill C, because it's already color that we chose. We're just going to leave the wheels the same, because we don't want people to change colors of the wheels, because, no, we're having gray wheels. Yes, definitely. Okay, another error. We need a third variable, because right here, we have a third variable. Okay, up here we're going to do color, and then we're going to type it in, like, let me just get some spaces. We can choose any color we want. I'm going to type in, let's do purple. 550255. Or that's like a magenta, but anyways, when we run it, there we go. Click, we customize our car. Cool. Now, what if we want two cars? Well, that, my friend, is very easy. Car. Okay, first of all, we can't name this guy Greeny anymore because that's not even accurate. He's magenta. Let's call it Pinky. After, Pinky from... I'm blanking. Pac-Man. Yes, Pac-Man. Okay, car. Let's choose a new one. We're going to do the Black Rod, or no, Hot Rod. Hot Rod, yeah. Okay, Hot Rod equals new car. Make me a new car. Simple enough. All we gotta do is type in the position. We're gonna move it above the pink one because we don't want it overlapping it. So we're gonna do 150. I think that should be good. Yes. Okay, we're going with that. And we're gonna give it a nice orange color, which would be more red than yellow. So we're gonna do something like that. Okay. Now we should have two cars. No, we shouldn't. Why not? Because we didn't draw it. We have two cars. They're right here. They're right here. They're right there. But our program only likes one of them. Now we will make it like two of them. Okay, now it likes two cars. And there we go. And they both go because we still have it on mouse clicked. But hey, that was so much easier than copying and pasting. We just have one class and two variables to control these cars. Isn't that a lot easier than having all of this stuff copied twice? I think so too. Okay, so we're going to actually cut the mouse pressed out of the draw because we don't want it in there. We're going to create a new void inside of the car class. So we're going to do void move. And to move, we're going to, well, first of all, we could just put that in there like that. And that, and then, whoops, cancel, I don't want to save yet. Well, actually, I would want to save often, but I'm recording, so it doesn't matter. We're going to do, we also have to do pinky dot move. Hot rod dot move. In order to get, not hot rod, okay, in order to get to perform this action, perform this function. Same thing happens, okay? Instead of doing this kind of move, I think what I'm going to do is have the cars, how do I want this to go? What am I looking like on time? Okay, we'll see. We want the cars to be able to move in different directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put in here is, how about we just do the amount? So we're going to do dx. So this will be the difference in x. So then all we'll do is x plus equals dx. So if it's a positive dx, then it'll move to the right. If it's negative, then it'll move to the left. Yes. And then in here, that's not going to be right. Now, we have to choose when to move it. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put a hot rod on the other side of the screen. So I'm going to do width. Not zero, width. And I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm just going to comment this out before. We're not going to do any moving. They're just going to draw. So we've got orange here and pink here on opposite sides of the screen. Now, I'm going to make them move in opposite directions, just right as the program runs. Yes, I'll do that. So I'll do pinky will move 10, which is to the right. My head's in the opposite direction, isn't it, because I'm looking. And then we'll make hot rod move the other way. Run. Meow. Cool. Very cool. Yep, so that's the very basics of classes. And of course I could get into iterative classes, but I think I might do that in the next video. Is there anything else I need to say? Yes, there's one other thing I need to say. Okay, so notice how we have the public car thing and you have all this stuff to type in. Well, we can change that. We can add a second one as well. Public car, integer X, integer Y, but we're not going to add a color this time. Instead, we're going to add a random color. So now, we copy this. So we're still going to have the X, this X, the car's X, equal to the function's X, but there's no C up here. So instead we're going to do the color, and we're going to do random 0 to 55. I'm just going to copy that and paste it twice. Okay, so now random 0 to 55. And then now we have two ways to create a car. Two ways. You can either create it while choosing its color, or you can create it and it gets a completely random color. And you can have as many ways as you want. You can make it so that you don't have to type in anything here and everything's random, or it's just preset. So we're going to change hot rod to we're going to call it the mystery car. And I don't like typing in all this stuff. Can I rename it? Okay, I'm trying to discover something new. Rename. Here we go. Mystery. Rename. And that changed all of them. Cool. New feature that I just discovered. And now we have the mystery car. We're not going to plug in the color. We could if we wanted to, but we're just going to backspace the color. And just put in the position, and we should see what happens. It's blue. Run it again. Oh, it's like a lavender. Another bluish color. Come on, give us something different. Why is it always so blue? Still blue and purple. Come on, we can do better than this. Grayish. Yeah. Green. There we go. Completely random. Orange. Okay, go back around the spectrum. But it's totally random. It could be black. It could even blend in with the background. So yes, that is all I'm going to say about classes right now. In the next video, I will go over a way to create a lot of classes just by simply clicking the mouse button. And yes, that will be kind of like an advanced lists, except different with classes. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have not seen the other ones, please watch the previous episodes. They might help you to understand this one better. And hopefully I'll be getting back to my regular schedule of weekly or bi-weekly videos, because I didn't mention I'm on a new computer. Yeah, desktop. Woohoo. Very powerful desktop. So, and I might be live streaming. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.